son? Just stay there. Rest. Relax. I remember before when you wandered away. For 3 days, you remember that? We searched everywhere for you. All across the countryside, in the city. We even searched the temple up and down. Your mother, she was so worried. I kept having to tell her over and over that all would be well. God would take care of you. I'm not really sure I even believed that myself, but it's what I had to tell her to make her feel better. She felt so guilty, so responsible. Like we had been entrusted with your care and your safety, and here we'd lost you. When I found you, here I was, an angry father because you had run away from the caravan and not stayed put where I told you to be, and rather than being scared, you looked at me and said, where else would I be but in my father's house, doing my father's business? Yes, you are. Or you just lost again? Come, my boy. Let me take you home. Come on. Come on. You're okay. I got you. Maybe I'll be blanket for you. Give me your hand. My boy. My son. My idealistic son. Look where you are now. You're home. I know. You had lots of homes. Bethlehem, Egypt, the home I built you in Nazareth. Those were never really your home, were they? This is where you felt most at home. Yeshua, you and me, we've kind of always had a thing with rooftops, haven't we? A place to come sit, pray, and think. A place that we used to sit out and look out there just beyond heaven. And we would remember. I remember my defiant little boy. So bold. When I found him in the temple, he started talking of his father's house, his father's business, and I had to quickly usher him away. The chief priests and the elders, they began to ask questions. They wanted to know who he might be speaking of. And I was frightened. Oh yes, I was frightened because I knew if they found out who you really were, they'd ask for a sign. They'd ask for proof. And if we couldn't deliver, they would call you a blasphemer. They could have put you to death. They could have put your mother and myself to death. I know you wouldn't have wanted that. Yeshua, I wanted, with pride, to tell everyone who you were. I wanted to scream from the rooftops that my son was the one who came in the name of the Lord. That my son was the King of Kings. My son. He was the son of the living God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Your mother was scared all the time that someone would find out that you would say something. As a boy, that you would tell the truth to someone, so instead we had to cover it up. We had to lie. We had to deny who you were. It was hard to believe.
Where were you? We were looking for you everywhere.
It doesn't really matter what I believe. It matters what you believe, son. do you believe? In here, that you are the Son of the living God, do you believe?
All things have been committed to me by my Father. No one knows the Son as the Father does. And no one knows the Father as the Son does, except those that he chooses to reveal him to.
That's what I wanted to hear. That you believe. And if you believe, then your time has come. Yeshua, if you cast yourself down right here in front of all those people, they would have no way to deny who you are. They want to see this Messiah. They want to see the coming. But they need a sign. They need proof. People don't believe unless they can see with their eyes. And what better way than right here, on top of your Father's house, on top of the temple? If you were to fly right down to them and have no hair on your head touched, no bone in your body broken, if you were to cast yourself down and to land right in the middle of them, they could never deny then that you are the Son of God. They would have their sign. Then they would believe. Can you do that for me, son? You have nothing to fear. For it is written that he will command his angels concerning you. And they will lift you up with their hands. And they will not let your foot strike a stone. You know you can't fail. You have God's graces defending you. You have your Father protecting you. So come, son. It's your time. Can you do that for me, son? And do what you came to do. Be who you were meant to be. Show us. Show me.
It is also written, do not put the Lord, your God, to the test.
This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased.
Do not put him to the test. Why is it only he is allowed to make the tests? Very well. Find your own way down.
Diverted every deception and evaded every snare that I had, which I didn't understand at first. I do now. I come to seek and save what has been lost. A shepherd. Trust me, these sheep need a shepherd. They get lost from time to time. By now you know who I am. And I know who you are. I could have let you die out there, which would have been much easier. But the more I watched you, the more
more I heard you, the more I began to believe in you. So I've decided that I want to help you. I surrender to the Son of God. You don't believe me? Turn around. Are they not majestic? Kingdoms of the world. Before the man and the woman broke faith with God, all of this was bright. They knew no pain, no tears, no longing. This is what I see. This is the world as they have made it. This is the world while under the dominion of your sheep. I thought what I wanted was to claim dominion over what your God had so freely given to these people. So I tricked the woman. I convinced the man, and as a result, I won the world. But Yeshua, I have changed, and you have changed me. And now I see a world with no more pain or suffering. I see a world with their shepherds walking amongst them, who are there to protect them, care for them, and feed them. I know why you seek to bring your sheep home from the wilderness. You want to claim your kingdom, to make a home again for all of your lost sheep. So, man of Nazareth, the Son of God, I will fight you no more. You do not have to take anything from me. I will give it to you. There's one requirement. It's a small transaction. Formality, really. As much as I want to, I cannot simply hand you over the kingdoms of the world unless you bow down and worship me. Yeshua. Do you prefer to see them suffer? Of all people should know that sacrifice is the only way to restore the kingdom. They will continue to be sacrificed day after day until the end of time itself. Is that what you wish for them? God will always get what he wants. And that condition demands a sacrifice. So why should that sacrifice be theirs? What other way is there besides their continual sacrifice?
Mine. There will come a white horse, whose rider will be called Faithful and True. His eyes will burn with fire, and upon his head will rest many crowns. On his robe and on his thigh will be written the words, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. I am that rider. I am the way.
Oh, you are confused. You're forgetting what is required. I shall picture a world without pain and conflict, without strife and misunderstanding. This is a world with you in control as a good and mighty leader, with me there to protect you and to advise you and guide you. It's not an eternity of peace worthy of a moment's compromise.
If you really know me, then you know my Father too. Anyone who has seen me has also seen the Father. the Son of Man must be raised high, so that all the world may see, and all the world may believe. God did not send his Son to the earth to condemn it. He sent his Son to the earth to save it. Through him. Anyone who calls upon the name of the Lord can be saved.
Even me. Why won't you let me surrender? Why won't you let me give you back the kingdoms? You answer me. Anything else you do will lead to more pain and suffering and death on your hands. Yeshua. Yeshua. It is only a moment of worship. No one else has to know. You don't even have to mean it. This is your last chance. If you refuse me again, you will have nothing to protect yourself from his wrath. And mine. I hold the power of hell and death in my hands. What do you have against me? What do you have against me? You answer me. You answer me.
I am the resurrection and the life. Any man who believes in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live.
When all is finished, you will beg to worship me. You have the chance to end the suffering of your people, but no, you would rather see them persist in their hunger, persist in the grief, and persist in their pain. You are not a good shepherd, you are just a coward and a fool. Do you know what this means? This means they will have every chance to reject you. They will always have the choice to oppose you. I promise you that. I will use all of my power to make sure they see you for who you are. I will give them every reason to doubt and distrust you. And you, Yeshua, will take the blame. Get away from me, Satan.
worship the Lord your God